Good afternoon, this is Park Dong-hee from the News of Afghan Crisis on September 1. The Taliban, an armed Islam militant group, eventually dominated Afghanistan on August 15. There are still a lot of people trying to get out of there. Why did this happen? Through this special news, we will learn about the Taliban's domination of Afghanistan and the role of our foreign office in this situation. First, let's find out what kind of organization the Taliban is with reporter Bakirim.
The Taliban were the forces that ruled Afghanistan from 1992 to 2001. Taliban forces have been pulled out of power because of the war with the United States since September 11 attacks, which is the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history. As is shown in Afghanistan today, their politics called Islamic fundamentalism since the reign of terror. This is because it terrorized the people with coercive rule, not only banning women from going out and education freely, but also make them wear burqas mandatory, which cover their eyes. It is also an organization that has been working on human rights violation, such as making a list of 12 to 45-year-old women who will be forced to marry Taliban military regardless of their opinion.
This time, I'm going to talk about the situation in Afghanistan, following an explanation of the Taliban organization. Since the withdrawal of U.S. military is decided in June 2021, the Taliban has dominated Afghanistan until August 15. The situation came as the Taliban acted faster than expected after the U.S. withdrew its military from various areas which supported to Afghanistan to turn into a pro-U.S. government. As a result, many casualties and refugees occurred, and diplomatic missions in major countries were withdrawn. In these circumstances, even the president, who has to protect his population, has fled for his own profit and is facing international criticism. The next news is about the Korean foreign military's response to Afghanistan situation. While many countries around the world are working hard to help our citizens escape from Afghanistan, the Ministry of Foreign of Korea has achieved valuable results. Reporter Park Seo-jin will tell you.
On August 26, about 380 Afghans who have cooperated with the South Korean government arrived safely through the Korean government's Operation Miracle. They were threatened with personal safety for helping our government in Afghanistan. They have worked at the Korean embassy, KOICA, and hospitals for many years, and they have pleaded a problem with the Korean embassy for personal safety issues and entered Korea after thorough scrutiny. In particular, they entered the country as a special contributor, not as refugees.
Next, let's take a closer look at Operation Miracle, the foreign military's operation to rescue Afghans from South Korea. Reporter Park Seo-jin will deliver it to you.
Operation Miracle said a more detailed plan was required as Kabul airport was tightly controlled by the Taliban. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has mobilized 6 buses together at the airport in case the situation is so serious that Afghans do not reach the airport on their own. Since then, it has succeeded in entering the county safely using your military transport plane equipped with a missile warning system. Of course, the process was very rough. During the operation, they had to pass the Taliban checkpoint and prepare for missile attack by Islamic military. For such an unexpected attack, Korea progressed operations privately 2 weeks ago and was able to accomplish this operation actually 100% through exhaustive inspections and emergency contact network establishment.
I think the role of Ministry of Foreign Affairs which has achieved great results by asking cooperation from various countries around the world in the urgent situation, is really important. It is said that the international community is very interested in calling Afghans by the name of their special contributors, not refugees. It seems that it is the role of the foreign ministry and the diplomat to save and take responsibility for those who have helped our people or country through cooperation with the international community. Next, let's look at the policies of the Republic of Korea that are based on the postural lives of special contributors who have entered our country. This is from reporter Park Hye-rim.
A young man whose family was killed by the Taliban has been granted a special stay on a humanitarian level due to the Korean government. As such, the Korean government has decided to grant long-term stay to Afghans who entered the country as special contributors. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs promised continued support, saying they are not refugees but special contributors.
Then what is the Korean government doing about their visa issues?
Those who enter the country as special contributors are F2 visa, which can be considered to be protected similar to refugees. However, unlike refugees, special contributors do not have the authority to bring their families.
Then, can they who are special contributors reapply for refugee status?
It seems there is no need to apply for refugee status again. This is because they have F2 visa, so they can be naturalized after a certain period of time, so they can receive similar protection as refugees.
Okay, then reporter Park Seo-jin explained the role of the government in the future.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said on the 26th that 378 local employees and their families entered the country safely. The government said it will reside support personnel, including medical staff, in the facility and help them adapt to Korean life. After that, it is known that specific policies such as settlement support will be gradually planned by the Ministry of Justice.
That's all for the Afghanistan special news. Thank you for watching.